Welcome back, everyone, to the Caesars Superdome just west of the French Quarter in New Orleans. We've got a kickoff forthcoming as we get back into the action in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense taking over again. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just Mills hit, and he loses the ball. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On second down, here's Pierce. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just pull it outside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a tough turnover there as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, first and goal.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The point after, good by Groupie. And the lead even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up. Well, he's into the end zone. A final return. And a safe touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care.
Mills hit, and he loses the ball. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a safe touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. And some room to work. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a safe touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a good time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
The receiver hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans back out there and ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Mills. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Throwing now is Carr. Touchdown! Jimmy Graham. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
A point after, good by Groupie. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100.
Oh, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
To throw his Carr. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Keith Kirkwood from 8 yards out. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Groupie able to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now, the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite...
Oh, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarter.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jimmy Graham. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. The point after, good by Groupie. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Back now here live in New Orleans. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Keenum.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. Nowhere to go. He lost the football. And this is picked up by this. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return. And a Saint touchdown. Here's Groupie for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just... The scoop and score. Always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston set to take over. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking about...
Oh, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now it's the backup Winston. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Saints continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official.
Pick it up. Come on, get it together.
This is like watching paint dry.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Groupie able to add the PAT. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here? Toward the sideline, intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess they can't.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Jamal Williams, 34 yards. And the Saints take the first turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay.
Oh, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Winston now after the fumble recovery. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the fourth quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
After goal by Groupie. This one was wild as he just held on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some...
Oh, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news that way is they're able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Oh, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted first and goal at the 5-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Jamal Williams ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Saints take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep, and boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense taking over again. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to...
Well, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose.
And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Saints are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Groupie able to add the PAT. And this one was on the ground as he gets to add on to that lead. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon.
Oh, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The offense on third down today, the struggle has been real. They have had ample opportunities. They've yet to cash one in. This will be Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose. And
Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes.
Oh, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but
under pressure, they got him again.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. He's a backup quarterback, so the last thing you need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they get. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on.
Groupie for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just got on to their big lead. So not only the cough, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next cut.
Well, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
A point after, goodbye groupie.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Texans offense set to regain possession.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches.
Oh, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose. And this is picked up by the... And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out comes Houston. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory.
Well, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Groupie able to add the PAT. And this one is on the line as he just got on to that lead. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Texans back out there and ready to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too.
Oh, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again?
Oh, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown.
That kind of puts the bow on what has been a complete performance, Charles. They're pitching a shutout on the other side in this offense. They've done their thing well, too.
Yeah, this game has been all-out effort from them on every snap, and there's a good amount of pride on the line right now. They want to finish what they started. They want this shutout preserved.
The point after good. This one was a while ago. So he's
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue on that last drive.
Oh, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
And this play still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Here's Groupie for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Sterling Summers, 3-key drive. All culminates in the Saints touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you say.
Oh, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose. And this is picked up by the... And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Groupie for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just added on to the lead. The scoop and score was an exciting play in football, and we missed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Houston set to take over.
They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coach say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Keenum. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead.
Ultimately, not really sure if they're going to need those 3 points. They'll take the 3 and have that lead.
But you and I both know, if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was won or lost. But this is not a situation that you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. I tell you what, Charles, this might be
It's week 1 of the National Football League, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Titans and the Saints, and it's coming up next.
From a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the New Orleans Saints. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, CD, new season is here. Lions and Chiefs got it going on Thursday night. You and I were there. What a scene that was. But now here we are a few days later on Sunday, looking at two teams with great expectations here to begin 2023.
It's always fun to get a new season started, isn't it, partner? Because everyone feels like they've got a shot at the defending champs. They think that they can be the new champs. And here we are getting things going. Let's have some fun.
A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Titans ready to take over on offense for the first time, and it is the now 35-year-old Ryan Tannehill who leads them out in his 12th NFL campaign.
Those who expected Ryan Tannehill to go quietly into the night after the Titans drafted Will Levis, well, they clearly don't know this man well at all. He's a fighter and former comeback player of the year and expects to have his best season yet as a pro in this campaign.
The NFL's second leading rusher in 2022. Here's Derrick Henry.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And right away, he lost the football.
And one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Points 1, 2, and 3. Their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, the offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call because they can't.
He lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
And one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So here come the Saints to take over for the first time. And here's the new man under center. After 9 seasons as a Raider, Derek Carr is the guy.
It's going to take some time to adjust to seeing Carr running out in a new uniform instead of black and silver. It's black and gold. 35,000 yards and over 200 touchdowns with the Raiders. The Saints more than willing to let him air it out all game long to a talented group of pass catchers in the Big Easy.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr.
Room to maneuver at the 35.
And down to the 28-yard line.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And Graham on the ground. Touchdown! Jimmy Graham, 28 yards. And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive.
And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is another one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also...
Touchdown, Saints! Keith Kirkwood from 10 yards out. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Here's Groupie for the PAT.
And it's good, and they jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Great field position, one play later, boom, end zone.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
A man who played collegiately at nearby Tulane, it's Tajay Spears.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Here's Tannehill.
Oh, his first throw of the season is intercepted.
Isaac Yedem picks it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team go this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And then they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
The point after, good by Groupie.
And that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Tannehill will throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And that makes the score 28-0.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Tennessee offense set to go again.
They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Off play action, Tannehill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football.
Yeah, the biggest thing we're calling it now, I mean, it don't take from much luck or skill. The panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown.
Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. Or to flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown, better and better on the opposite end. What an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe, but I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
After good by Groupie.
That makes this 35-0 now.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's... And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Touchdown! Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Saints are able to add on to their first-half lead. In the second quarter and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Groupie for the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half. A nice tiny little drive there. Getting the ball excellent field position. And run play score.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Titans now just about ready to take over.
And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Well, now after... Hang on here because he appears to be shaken up.
This offense on third down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Tannehill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a safe touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Here's Groupie for the PAT.
And the route is on here in this first half. So not only the cough up, but then the pick on the outside, the scoop, and the scoop the other way. A fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Tannehill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints have got it on cruise control.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Groupie able to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And this is picked up by... And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a safe touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And after Groupie. Well, it's on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Now Spears to begin the drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, for the Titans in 2023, they figure to be a team that battles for a division title. At least that's what it looks like from my vantage point, Charles. What do you think needs to go right for them to win the AFC South?
I think some retooling, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And when you start with the offensive line, they're probably job. They've got to rebuild that part of the team because that's the engine that makes their offense run. Everything comes off the fact that the offensive line usually controls the line of scrimmage.
Now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10.
At their own 24. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here.
Finding space at the 40. He's across midfield. There he goes again.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr.
And the Saints are pouring it on. Groupie for the extra point.
And the route is on here in this 1st half. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
The Spears with another carry.
And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. To throw is Taylor. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, 1st and goal. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Try to pound it in. Kamara spinning away. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Alvin Kamara on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints just continue to roll. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him.
Could be able to add the PAT. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
They'll start on the ground with Spears.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Marshawn Lattimore finding his way behind the line and to the football.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
That one's taken in by Spears.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Back to throw, it's Levis.
Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go? And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Keith Kirkwood on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Saints extend their lead yet again.
After good by Gruber. And that is all in this first half.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go.
First and 10, here's Levis.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was it 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 75. And the Saints have got it on cruise control.
And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you...
Well, the ball's loose. Levis has it knocked free. Oh, the lineman on the other side has got it.
And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Carr. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jimmy Graham. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend.
And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Here's Groupie for the PAT.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half, so this will be blown dead.
And nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line, 1st and goal.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there. Goal line type situation. The 3-4, 5 between the 20s, and not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Titans offense going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
In motion is Westbrook-Ikhine.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. Drake London, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll jet north to Ohio to check in on the Browns at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Tyler Boyd, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Chris Godwin, a touchdown reception. We saw a strong first half from the veteran quarterback, Derek Carr. He had a half for the ages. Touchdown pass after touchdown pass. He threw a month's worth of touchdowns in just those first 2 quarters of play. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like the empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure you have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. It's Graham again with the catch, just like the last play. They're all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Here's Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jimmy Graham with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for him. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And this is Park. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return. And a same touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Groupie for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The scoop and score was an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, getting it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Tannehill on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the center. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return. And a safe touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Here's Groupie for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pick up on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Out of the gun to give to Spears. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. Oh, that is well read on the backside. And he'll be met well behind the line of scrimmage. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. And Tannehill. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hand off to Spears.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Right back to Spears.
And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14. Here's Tannehill. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Tannehill. Incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might still want to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shift their guys free.
They had no room. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Carr. And his throw here's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Carr. He's in the space past the 25.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Jimmy Graham, 48 yards. And the Saints get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
The point after, good by Group.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Here's Spears on 2nd down.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a...
Oh, how to get it up. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Saints are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And this one is the lead as they get the lead.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. While the medical staff checks on him, he'll step aside in this week-long contest.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now Carr. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jimmy Graham from 3 yards out. And the Saints add 6 more to their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Groupie for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just held on to their big lead. The drive here only spanned 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Titans now just about ready to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Ty Summers in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. There's Levis now on 3rd and long.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, CD, we are witnessing something that I never thought that I would witness. I would imagine you never thought this, too. I mean, we have a team taking the field in an NFL game, and they are up by triple digits. I mean, 50 is a lot, but to get to over 100, this is just crazy.
We've seen in the history of the game of basketball a few people score 100 points individually, men and women. But we've never seen this before in NFL history. We've only seen 2 teams combine for 100 points in a game.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time. Looking at week 1, all good. We're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
The point after, good by Groupie.
This one was over a
touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done.
And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Saints.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start this season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here.
Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot. Trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause him.
Well, the ball's loose. Levis has it knocked free. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side.
And they might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like their early returns.
Point after good by Groupie.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. First and 10, it's Levis.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, Charles, just impressive in all three phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the fourth quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all. But let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort, really well executed. Congratulations to them.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
On first down, Levis.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it first and goal at the 8-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defense?
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Sometimes you get a first and goal, you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we're running here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Here's Groupie for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just added the lead. They got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field.
Levis to throw on first and 10 here.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And it won't count for 6. He's brought down, but inside the 5. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the sign.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. Really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And this one is over the line as they just add on to the lead.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Levis now on first and 10. Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
The impressive performance just became a little bit more impressive here as they add yet another score to the ledger late in the 4th quarter.
And not much has stopped them at any point in this game, partner. This is just an old-fashioned probably tried to break some themselves, but they elected not to and played this one all the way out.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost...
And the ball's loose. Levis has it knocked free.
And this is picked up by the Saints. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, reaping the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
The point after, good by
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
Levis sets up to throw here.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. One team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
And the Titans getting set to go.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
This one was where you want to go as he just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6.
Well, the ball's loose. Levis has it knocked free.
And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
A give to Kamara running right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Out come the Titans now. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Carr going to look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called?
Well, the ball's loose. Levis has it knocked free.
And this is picked up by the Saints. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line of the red zone. And that hits the right upright, but goes in anyway. Bounce there. Could have gone either way either. But he gets it to go. That one will extraordinarily moving forward. And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it.
So after the field goal, back out his groupie to send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Levis looking to throw.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way